want more bass or more treble, or you want an earphone that's very comfortable while at the same time very durable that can withstand your vigorous and busy lifestyle? Well, if that's the case, I think you should take a look at the RHA T20 earphones. Hi, my name is Tom and welcome to On a Student Budget. Now, before I begin, I want to thank RHA and my peers over on Head5 for arranging for a headphone tour, earphone tour. So I'm going to put a link in the description below on various other links where you can find out more information about these RHA T20 earphones, as well as my full written review over on Head5, which covers this earphone more in depth and compares it with a bunch of other earphones as well, and various other thoughts that I cannot possibly include in this short video. The first thing we're going to talk about most importantly is the filter system. So they come with 3 filters. They come with a treble filter that's in the gold, and I already have this pre-installed with this earphone. You can see it's in the gold. Very easily differentiated because it is color coordinated. It comes with also a reference filter, which is in the silver, and the base filter, which is in the black. And I'll talk about what these filters do in terms of the sound in the sound quality section, but let me tell you now that these filters are no gimmick. So what you do, and you want to change these filters, let's say I want a little bit more bass in my music, I unscrew the filter from this very nice, very classy kind of heavy duty metal plate here. You then unscrew the filter that's already previously installed here. And then you take the filter that you want, screw it on very easily here, replace the filter, and you do the same thing on the left side, and then whatever the filter that is left over, you can easily just re-screw it back in here, and you're good to go. So you don't lose these filters, and RHA just makes sure that displays everything in a very classy and a very refined fashion. Going into build quality, the RHA T20 earphones are nothing short of absolutely excellent. These earphones were made from top to bottom to look and to feel like they're gonna last you many years. The earpieces of the T20 earphones are made of injection molded stainless steel. So these earphones exude a very kind of robust, a very heavy duty, and kind of a weighty kind of like solidity to them. And this kind of cable is really kind of what I think really sets the bar very high for earphone or even headphone cables in general. And it terminates in a straight angled jack. Not my favorite. I prefer a lower profile, more compact L-shaped jack, but this is very well relieved with a spring-loaded strain relief. My only quibble with this earphone in terms of the build is the cable length. Now, I'm not a tall gentleman by any means. I'm 5'7". Yeah, the cable's just a little bit long. I would have actually preferred it if they shortened the cable a couple of inches. In terms of comfort, these T20 earphones were modeled after a traditional kind of in-ear monitor kind of design. And what I mean by that is that it has a housing that's a little bit on the tubbier side, but it's ergonomically shaped and very well rounded and smoothed off. Just slot these earphones into your ear like so. You wrap the memory wire around your ear, and you can easily form this memory wire however many times you want, or to whatever shape that you need it to kind of fit your preferences. So once you're done with that, you just take a gentle tug and the earphones are in place. So this earphone I found very comfortable for sleeping on my side in particular because of the negative profile fit. I could easily lie on my side, on my pillow, listening to music, watching movies on my phone. So I thought this earphone is just very practical, and I thought the comfort was top notch. In terms of isolation, the T20s are a vented design. There is a vent right in the front of each earpiece here that's covered in a metal mesh. But I found isolation to be very good. I was able to really kind of space myself out and distance myself away from my current surrounding. So overall, I think that the isolation on these earphones are above average. Now moving on into the sound aspect of this review. Let me tell you, these T20 earphones are very fun to listen to. And that's not only because of the sound signature, that's because you can also fine-tune the overall sound signature with the filters that are included. It comes with a bass filter, which obviously increases the bass, gives you a more visceral kind of bass response. Especially if you're a bass head, I highly recommend it. If you want a more natural kind of in-between kind of sound, you can go for the reference filter, or you can go for my favorite, which is the treble filter. The treble filter increases the extension a little bit up top, gives it more sparkle and a little bit more energy, which I found to be very exciting to listen to. But whatever treble or whatever filter you use with these earphones, the overall general sound signature of the T20 earphones are textbook kind of V-shaped sounding earphone. And what this means is that there's emphasis in the bass and the treble with a little bit of a dip in the mid-range. And this kind of sound signature works really well for pop music, rock music, electronic music, and it's just a very lively and fun experience. So starting from the bass, I'm talking about the general kind of sound signature. The bass on these earphones are impactful. It's definitely attention grabbing. You won't dismiss the bass on these earphones, and I think that like even the most hardcore bass head with the bass filter, you can't say that the RHA T20s are lacking in bass. The bass here is well-rounded with a little bit more of a boost in the mid bass to give it extra punch and more impact. Going into the mid-range here, the mid-range does take a little bit of a dip. However, the mid-range here remains clear. It doesn't suffer from any kind of brassiness or kind of peaks for female or male vocals. And I think that in terms of for a V-shaped sounding earphone, the mid-range remains very natural overall. Going into the treble here, has a little bit of a peak in the lower treble to give female vocals a little bit more energy, and it definitely helps with giving a little bit more liveliness for kind of electronic music and such. Comparing the T20s with the Brainwaves S5s, which I think is a kind of a lower cost, cheaper alternative. The S5s here cost about $100 or so. You're getting a sort of similar kind of sound signature that's bassy and fun, that works really well for electronic dance music. You're obviously not going to get the same level of detail and refinement as with the T20s, but the S5s here I would say is a really good alternative with a really stellar build quality at the $100 price point. And I reviewed this earphone in detail, and I'll put the link to that review in the annotation above my finger here, so I hope you guys check that out. In this sort of extreme comparison, we have the T20s with the reference filter in comparison to the TTPod T1Es, which is an earphone that costs 10 times cheaper than the RHAs. But I think this is for someone that's really on a really tight budget, that wants a bassy kind of fun sound signature, and I think that performs above its price bracket. So I reviewed this earphone in another video, and I'll put the link to that review in the annotation above my finger here. So you're obviously not going to get the same level of detailed separation and overall sense of space as well, and also the soundstage as well. So you're obviously going to be also making compromises in terms of the build quality and all, but I think that the TT Pods here are a very good, very budget, low cost alternative. So overall, I think that these RHA T20 earphones are very well built, to say the least. They're comfortable. They sound really good, as opposed to you can kind of change the filter system. Change the filters can kind of accommodate to the moment that you're into, or whatever kind of overall preference you're into. So I think these earphones are a very good buy. They are at a steeper price at about $250. So that is not a small sum of money, but I think that these earphones can last you a long time, and I think that with the 3-year warranty that RHA covers with these earphones, you probably won't need a second earphone for a while anyway. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review of the RHA T20s. If you like this review and this, the rest of this channel, what I'm doing, definitely like and subscribe. If you have any questions on these RHA T20s, let me know in the comments below. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll put all the links to that in the description below. But until then, I will see you guys in the next video.